What's up, gamers? This is Shikamaru's twin, also known as Ninja, bringing you another episode of Gamer's Voice. This week, guys, I'm going to be talking about a little bit about Fallout 4. I'm going to be not doing anything user submitted for the next 2 weeks because of E3, so just bear with me, but as soon as that's over and all the news and everything's out of the way, I will be getting back to the user submitted comments and the user submitted videos. But with Fallout 4 being announced, I was super fucking excited, and I really wanted to make a video talking about what I think might be in the new game. I've come up with a couple theories, so I'm going to start rattling them off for you real quick. But for the first one that I have, I am calling the android theory. So in Fallout 3, you do a quest where you help a android escape the Commonwealth, which is a group of IT gurus who are making androids in Boston, which is where the new Fallout game is obviously based. And you help him escape and yada yada yada. So this makes me think that the new one is going to be somewhere based around the idea of an android. Like, you could be an android that was created, which would allow you to use user-created, characters, because you could build your android however you wanted, and that would explain like why you didn't, your character looked different from everybody else's. And it would allow for a really interesting story, because if you're being snuck out by the Underground Railroad, which was trying to help free them from slavery, it could be a whole story about you trying to free your brethren and this and that and the next thing. It would be a unique twist, going away from the typical revenge story or the finding your father story that the other Fallouts have been based on so far. My next theory that I have is the descendant theory. So in the trailer, you're going to be seeing the parents that were up earlier, and later on in the trailer, if you haven't seen this, spoiler alert, but not really, you will see them again going into a vault with the same baby and the same clothes on or whatever, and then later on you see a adult version that looks pretty similar to the other parents. So what I'm thinking is that this is some sort of descendant, possibly. So like that would be your great grandkid, because this is probably going to take place after Fallout 3, so probably 10 years later ish, so 2287. So I'm thinking that might be the idea for that one. That you were playing some sort of great-grandchild trying to save your vault from destruction, and that this is, your mission or whatever, and that would allow you to really kind of create your kid, because you were also a baby at the time, and this would be your descendant. So maybe your descendant was some sort of lone wanderer, maybe your descendant left the vault, and now you're growing up outside the vault, which would be kind of interesting. Who knows? The last theory that I have, which is kind of something that is a little bit more far-fetched, but would be really cool if they did, and really kind of a unique twist, is the family theory. So what this theory is that you see the family at the end of the trailer, which they're pretty close to the nuclear explosion, which is kind of intense, so I don't know if they'd survive it. But you see them descending down into the vault, which we assume is Vault 111, because that's the one we saw in the trailer a lot, is frozen in cryogenics. Vault 112 was equipped with this, as we saw in previous games, so maybe Vault 111 had like a prototype model in it, and you and your family were put into it as entering, maybe to save your life from radiation exposure or something like that, and you awake, 200 years later, kind of finding a Mad Max situation where your family is being taken from you and you are forced to try to save them. Also battling maybe like a ailment that you have, like your radiation sickness or something like that. I think that would be kind of cool, and it would be more of like a revenge slash savior plot, rather than just the straight up revenge or the straight up find your parents kind of deal. So I think that would be kind of an interesting one, but I'm excited to see what you all think. If I'm totally blowing smoke at my ass, if you guys think any of this is possible, let me know in the comments down below, guys. Leave a like if you really enjoyed this video, subscribe if you always want more. We're going to be doing a lot more user submitted content, and I will be covering E3 extensively on this channel, trying to have a roundup every day of what happened and everything, so you all have one-stop shop for your news. But yeah, that's it for this episode, guys, so leave a comment down below, and I will see you all next time.
We do have coming in confirmed reports of nuclear detonations.
My God. Our soldiers were right. War never changes.
Let's go, pal.